Welcome to dojo.
Check out Joe, he's a Reddit bro, likes to edit posts, and he starts to glow when he gets the most of votes or likes. Yeah, he's really hyped, really psyched, cause the crowd is really tight and the work is really light. His training plan is the first thing your eyes see, cause he got more follows than my boy Eric Icy. Opinions on Magnus, Hans, and Karyakin, who cheated who, which engine that he hacking. He got blocked by Short, ignored by Dvorak, but he can't be wrong, he scored a like from Truong. He's got lightning attacks on GM, blunders and gaffes, true not over the board, it's only the other chap. Still his 7-year plan ensures the last laugh. Distractions detract from any actual actions. Excuses are useless, he rues his inaction. Awaits satisfaction, the status of Magnus. He bought 50 books and opened up 10. Fools ought to read Psalms, not my system. He's got 30 alt accounts on every site around. Chessable courses keep looking cheaper by the pound. He got 22 databases and 36 engines, 25 chess sets, and a massive clock collection. He bought merch from Gotham, Bra and Naka, but his game history looked like some chess copy pasta. A GM coach that he don't listen to, and if you think it is, then yes, my friend, yes, this is you. But that all changed one bright sunny day when a friend said, hey, don't you know, welcome to the dojo, it's good to grow. Welcome to the dojo, I gave up on the easy. Sweatwork's what we need, G. Sweatwork's what I believe, ratings what I'll receive. Don't you know, welcome to the dojo, it's good to grow. Welcome to the dojo, I stepped away from easy. Sweatwork's what we need, G. If Sweatwork's what I believe, ratings what I'll receive. So Joe got into the business, stopped the app sickness, daily practices rhythm, he even upped his fitness. He found sparring cathartic, postmortems charming. With the plus equal minus, he was armed for elo farming. With notepad and pen, he built up calluses, escape rating paralysis with lengthy game analysis. With sensei direction, he sold his collection. Read one classic and that was fantastic. Now he locked to the spot where they checking off boxes. Young prodigies and some wily old foxes. 3.5 points per box, that's shocking progress. Goal nearing, cohort cheering, Joe doesn't hear it. He's monotasking, no relaxing, concentration maxing. One book, one board, one set, one thought. Work will work, will work, work, never stop. One book, one board, one set, one thought. Work will work, will work, work, never stop. Now occasionally he peeps the world of the tweet and laughs when he sees the player that he used to be. Blank face staring, complex plans comparing while he's dojo training. Hours a day playing out positions, transpositions, and growing his board vision. Transition from poser to player, focus without a care. He leaves them complaining in his dust, staying with their week-old ratings. Blast past his week-old rating, each week's a new occasion. He never takes vacation, the work is entertaining, the growth he's maintaining. And now Joe is explaining, hey, don't you know, welcome to the dojo, it's good to grow. Welcome to the dojo, I gave up on the easy. Sweatwork's what we need, G. If Sweatwork's what I believe, ratings what I'll receive. Don't you know, welcome to the dojo, it's good to grow. Welcome to the dojo, I gave up on the easy. Sweatwork's what we need, G. If Sweatwork's what I believe, ratings what I'll receive. Welcome to the dojo.
Welcome to dojo.
Check out Joe, he's a Reddit bro, likes to edit posts, and he starts to glow when he gets the most of votes or likes. Yeah, he's really hyped, really psyched, cause the crowd is really tight and the work is really light. His training plan is the first thing your eyes see, cause he got more follows than my boy Eric Icy. Opinions on Magnus, Hans, and Karyakin, who cheated who, which engine that he hacking. He got blocked by Short, ignored by Dvorak, but he can't be wrong, he scored a like from Truong. He's got lightning attacks on GM, blunders and gaffes, true not over the board, it's only the other chap. Still his 7-year plan ensures the last laugh. Distractions detract from any actual actions. Excuses are useless, he rues his inaction. Awaits satisfaction, the status of Magnus. He bought 50 books and opened up 10. Fools ought to read Psalms, not my system. He's got 30 alt accounts on every site around. Chessable courses keep looking cheaper by the pound. He got 22 databases and 36 engines, 25 chess sets, and a massive clock collection. He bought merch from Gotham, Bra and Naka, but his game history looked like some chess copy pasta. A GM coach that he don't listen to, and if you think it is, then yes, my friend, yes, this is you. But that all changed one bright sunny day when a friend said, hey, don't you know, welcome to the dojo, it's good to grow. Welcome to the dojo, I gave up on the easy. Sweatwork's what we need, G. Sweatwork's what I believe, Ratings what I'll receive, don't you know? Welcome to the dojo, it's good to grow. Welcome to the dojo, I stepped away from easy. Sweatwork's what we need, G. If sweatwork's what I believe, ratings what I'll receive. So Joe got into the business, stopped the app sickness. Daily practices rhythm, he even upped his fitness. He found sparring cathartic, postmortems charming. With the plus equal minus, he was armed for ELO farming. With notepad and pen, he built up calluses, escape rating paralysis with lengthy game analysis. With sensei direction, he sold his collection. Read one classic and that was fantastic. Now he locked to the spot where they checking off box.
All right, here we go. It is time. The time has come. First, you gotta make this look right. So, I will make it look right. Window capture. Window capture. Window capture. Okay, beautiful. Actually, let's go grad show first. That way we can load some of this stuff in. No. Leave alone. Okay. Let's get started, buddy. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add everybody in here. I was white. It's about 2380. ChumpGM is this kid named Rice. I had never heard of him before. I'm going to look him up in a second. So we'll say Rice Fide. Aiden Rice, born 2009. 2085. Okay, black title. I don't think none. I don't know, maybe he's a CM. I don't even understand what the CM means. But anyways, I'm going to say no FIDE title. Okay. Result, we're going to say 10. Date, oh, I always get this, I don't know when this was, dude. This was like August or something. We're going to put it around here. Okay, this was DC International. Round 2. Okay, beautiful. And now we're going to go time control. And this was 0130 plus 30. I update. Okay, looking good, right? Okay, Grind, you are going to need your score sheet. Knight F3, D5, and this is a little late to the game. D4, Knight F6. Good morning, Cross Online. Bishop F4, E6, E3, Bishop D6, Bishop D3, castles, castles, Bishop F4. This is still 126. EF, C5, DC, Queen C7, G3, Queen C5, Knight D2, Knight C6, he's still moving quickly. I played C3 and I got 0133. Have had this position 3 games recently. What should we say about this? White enjoys a stable advantage / bind. And I'm going to cheat just a second. I just want to know what the computer's opinion is. Okay? I just want to know what the opinion is. Yeah, 0.46 or something. You can see. It's very unclear what black should do in this position. Interestingly, now this is where the part where I didn't necessarily want to look, but it's showing basically anything black does, it still doesn't really change the evaluation. Okay. Dude thinks forever here and plays h6. I was a bit of a mistake that I looked. You know what we'll do though? Actually, I'll say this feels totally wrong to me. Black loses a tempo and softens G6. Let's go see what people have done. I'm going to say B6 is the most common move. Let's go see. Oh, I'm good. Now, I will say I'm a little surprised there's not more games in this position. Just because I've had it so many times. Yeah. Okay. Oh, well, I've definitely sparred it cross online. I've played it 3 times, and I've analyzed it several times now, too. Okay. Say softens G6. What we want to say is like many H6s, SF doesn't really mind it. Suggests that black can do just about anything and the advantage remains around 0.5. I think I'm a little bit funny bunny with my little screen here. Oh, buddy. Oh, this would be nice to me today, technology. Okay, so I'm not going to look. I'll look at the computer later. Here's our time graph. Yeah. Okay. I got a rating of 0 so far. Even though, what? H6, knight B3. And I'm still cruising because I've seen this kind of thing before. Knight B3. Queen D6. In fact, I'll say, I know that knight wants to go here, and I want to see where black goes. Queen D6, Queen E2, 128. Seems right. I'm sure knight B D4 is also fine. but I never know how to recapture. All right, and then he plays another funny move. Actually, we're gonna give that a funny move. We're gonna give that a funny. Even if Stockfish doesn't think H6 is that bad, I think it's a funny move. More tempo loss, and his king will now be bear. All right, rook Fe1. 127. Buddy, why don't we go game review? Ba-bam. All right, rook Fe1. Wait, you know what? I'll tell you what, actually. Go back to the other one, grad show, and let's see just the database here. So, knight b3, one move. Look at that, Akiba, Rubinstein, and Tartakower, bruv. Dang. I played like Akiba. I played like Akiba, bro. Oh, damn. Let's go look at that game. Look at this, man. Oh, blast from 1922 London. H6, okay. Tartakower, Queen B6. Oh, this is already poor. Oh, very poor. Oh, man, he's tightening the screws here, buddy. Oh, yeah. Ooh, baby. Rook F5, huh? Yeah, because he's getting wasted. Wow. Okay, that was cool. So we'll say Queen D6, and we're going to put a little novelty next to this. And we'll say Tartakower played Queen B6 versus Akiba in 1922. Okay, beautiful. Okay, so knight d7, rook fe1 makes sense to me. Knight c5. Okay. And he played that quickly. 113. And I took it, and I spent 5 minutes taking it. 0122. It upset me to take as I'm helping the Q get off the D file. But bishop c2, b6 allows black to complicate some. Okay. Now I have a clear plan and advantage. All right, rook ad1, 0122, can't be wrong. Intending bishop b1, queen d3, happens. Bishop d7, 0109. Rook, bishop b1, 0122. Cry, go back to the game. Actually, I don't know why I'm so obsessed with this. Here's our little. I have a rating of 222. That's what happens with it. It doesn't count. All right, let's go. Not grad show, game review. Okay. Bishop e1. Rook ad8. 0107. Queen d3. Simple chess. Zero 122. Dude plays g6 without really thinking at all. I played h4 120. Dude plays h5 0107. Okay. Okay, we've reached a critical position, and now white needs to find a plan. My general sense was that I had to be strategically winning. Okay, this layout, okay, I guess it's working. All right, big moment. I don't like what I did, and I spent forever on it. Let me give this a funky move mark. 0106. A very complicated and dangerous move, which is trying too hard to punish black. Okay. And we'll say, in an ideal world, I'd play this simple move quickly. B4 was definitely motivated by my not wanting to trade the C6 knight. Okay. And I found myself stuck here. How do I progress? All right, consult those notes, buddy. Consult those notes. In the post, I came up with Queen E2, Rook D4, intending Queen D2 and C4, treating D5 as an isolated pawn. Let me just write that in here. Okay, so we go here, here, here. And then think about this move. I don't know. It's definitely a nice position, but still gives me a little heebies about, whether I'm winning this thing. But I think it's still the correct way. I spent a lot of time in this position trying to figure out something. Knight G5, he just plays knight E7. Queen D2, he just plays King G7. Queen D2 with the idea of F5. I don't know anything about that yellow. I don't know anything about that. Okay. So B4, and here I want to give a play too slowly marker here. Whereas 95, dude, you don't have to be a genius to play 95. You just play 95. All right, so B4. Okay. Queen B6. When playing B4, my hope was that the Q would be misplaced here. Okay. I got questions. I have questions here, my friends. Okay, so go back and we say Queen D6. Queen E3, King G7, B5, Knight E7, Queen A7. We'll say very complicated, but it seems like white is better. Queen E7, and I just have F5. I don't even know how true that is, buddy, because he goes GF and then he can play Queen F6 next. Why is this true? In my analysis, I have F5 here, but GF works. However, maybe B5, knight A5, F5 now, GF, Queen F5. We'll call that clear advantage. Okay, good. So, Queen B6, A4. I'm going to say I got 1 hour left. And he plays knight E7. Quickly. 0105. Oh, congratulations, yellow, yellow. Given that I now get the dark squares without having to push B5, this move seems soft. This is what I have in my notes, but I'm not convinced of this at all, dude. Is what I have in my notes, but EA, Queen A6, Knight B8. Oh man, looks fine for black. Oh, buddy. If I go B5, 97, 95. And now what? All right, 97, I'm giving the funky move mark. Maybe Queen E3. Maybe white is a little better? Question mark. Morning, Tanner, Jackson, and Nick Weiss. Okay. So 97 seems wrong. A5. And so hardly any time spent on that. 0, 1, 0, 0. 0, 1, 0, 0. 0, 1, 0, 0. 0, 1, 0, 0. 0, 1, 0, 0. 0, 1, 0, 0. 0, 1, 0, 0. 0, 1, 0, 0. 0, 1, 0, 0. 0, 1, 0, 0. 0, 1, 0, 0. 0, 1, 0, 0. 0, 1, 0, 0. 0, 1, 0, 0. 0, 1, 0, 0. 0, 1, 0, 0. 0, 1, 0, 0. 0, 1, 0, 0. 0, 1, 0, 0. 0, 1, 0, 0. 0, 1, 0, 0. 0, 1, 0, 0. 0, 1, 0, 0. 0, 1, 0, 0. 0, 1, 0, 0. 0, 1, 0, 0. 0, 1, 0, 0. 0, 1, 0, 0. 0, 1, 0, 0. 0, 1, 0, 0. 0, 1, 0, 0. 0, 1 Queen C7. 0102. I'm actually down in time here. And now Queen D4. Simple move. 59. We are obviously doing great. F6. Queen E3. Okay. Yeah, I spent some time on Queen E3. When I played Queen, oh man, stop it. Oh, he's such a jerk face. When I played Queen E3, I thought this would be unplayable. Okay. If EF I think I take it. Rook D5. Rook here. Queen here. And then we're going to call that. What are you going to call that, buddy? We're going to call that clear advantage. At the least. For the least. Okay. G5. And now Rook C1. 45. From here, I correctly calculated the game continuation to move 32. All right, here we go. B6. He's got 40. Then I played knight d4, rook f8, ab, ab, queen f3, e5. He's got 37 left. I played queen d5 check. 42. I didn't understand queen d2, yellow, yellow. King g7. Knight b5. Yeah, he's taking forever here. So 30. Knight b5. Bishop takes. Queen takes. Ooh, I think I blew it. Oh, I blew it. Yeah, I blew it here. It's not rook fe8, it's rook de8. Excuse me. Doesn't make sense. Well, you gotta remove all that, buddy. Delete from here. Delete. He's got to do it this way so that the f pawn is protected when he plays e5. Idiot. AB, AB. Queen f3. E5. Here he's got 37. I played queen d5. Here king g7. He's got 30. Okay. Knight b5. Bishop takes. Queen takes. And we're going to say, when I saw... Thank you, an honest doubter. From a distance, I thought white had to be easily winning. Okay. Okay. While it must be winning, it definitely wasn't easy after Black's next move. And this is a pattern for you where you often lack the energy for a follow through after you've done some deep calculation. Okay, so dude played rook e7. We're going to give it an exclam. Maybe it's the only move anyway, but it creates grief for me. He's got 30 left. Okay, giving white some real questions. Okay. All right, so I correctly think for a while here, but I end up playing a bad move. And so 27. In the end, I had to force myself to move. And trusted that white had to be better here. Michael F., I saw the study, dude. I saw the Jack Stengline shared it with us. That was really cool. Yeah. So queen e2. Rook fe8. Played quickly, and I soon realized that my intention was all wrong. What is it going to take for you to go through it with the goal of adding it to the training program? I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. I feel it's a little bit of a question of an online resources versus a book, of an online activity versus an offline activity. That's the main friction point for me. We have so many other things that are online already, and it's hard to do deep work when you are online. I loved your study, though, and I can imagine using it in some way
for sure. No, that's really interesting. Well, write the other senseis, but I'm kind of sold. You know, I'm kind of sold. All right, first, before I go and show you what I should have done, we're going to go through this variation here. I ended up playing Queen D2, and that's a sad move. Yeah, first book of Morpheus definitely problematic. Though I have to admit I haven't read that book. That was just something it's very hard. Honestly, part of the problem is very hard to write good material for lower cohorts, accessible, right? About games and chess history and that kind of stuff. Okay, so where am I? What's my name? Queen D2, a sad move to make. No, wait, no, I didn't play Queen D2. I played FE. Promote. Get this delete from here. So, Queen H5, EF, Rook E7, Rook E7, Queen F5, FG, Queen G4, King F8 exclam. Right. This was the move that crushed my variation. My Queen E2 variation. I'll tell you what, Michael, though, I will bring this up with the people. I will bring it up. Okay. King F8. So, the move I should have done after Rook E7 is King H2, double exclam. A nice prophylactic idea. Point being, if Rook F8, I'm going to play Rook G1, exclam, plus minus. We prevent takes F4. Also, we should look at this. EF4, Rook E7, Queen E7, Queen F5, snip. King G3 might be winning. That's a little weird. So we're just going to play this. And we're going to say plus minus. Okay. So Queen E2, mistake. What's the difference between a dubious move and a mistake? I don't know. I've been working on that distinction. Okay, so he plays Rook Fe8. I go Fe5, Rook E5, Queen D2. And now he makes a boo-boo. He plays Rook E1. Mistake.
Relieving the tension, obviously believing he can easily hold the queen and game. Okay. Rook e1. And we're going to say better was rook d8, queen c2, f4, we're going to say counterplay. I haven't found any path to a white advantage here. For example, king h2, rook e5. Okay, so rook d8, exclam, rook e1, rook e1, rook e1, queen e1, f4. All right, so I played king h2. I got 13 minutes left. Actually, up here, I need to make a couple notes here. Fe, I have 14 minutes left. And yeah, queen e2, I spent forever. Okay. We could definitely actually, Michael, if you're interested in that publishing idea, I just want to say, don't get your hopes up too much. Publishing is a hard business, but we could publish it under the, let's call it the Chess Dojo aegis, and you could get the profit from it, something like that. You know, that's totally something we could consider doing. If you felt that you could also do it yourself, of course, but it might be true that we could reach more people if we did it under Chess Dojo Publishing or something like that. Okay, king h2. Ideally, my king wants to come to the center, but I first need to stabilize the position. Yellow's asking about gf4 instead of queen h5 in the other position. Queen e2, rook fe8. I don't understand. Queen h5, ef4. Oh, he means maybe gf4 here, but then he just takes queen f4. Okay, so king h2, fg. We're going to say, again, relieving the tension. But white is aiming to force a decision. Well, okay, don't, again, relieving the tension. Let's go here. And we had some ideas for black. All right. So first of all, instead of FG, B5 is the first thing. Black's, let's call this ideal move here. So we go here, 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 and if, okay, we're going to say looks winning. If queen f3, I have check to the miserable king, queen d2, and if queen d2, I think it's queen c5. Also looks winning. Another, actually, I'm going to give this one of these interesting moves here. Maybe the best practical chance. Okay, so just as an example, F3, Queen E3, Queen C6, C4, Queen C4, Queen F3, Queen H5, and we're just going to call that white is better. Also, we could say F3, Queen E8, Queen C3, Queen H5, Queen B4, Queen F3, very similar variation. White's better. Really, I'm going to play, I said black should hold. Okay. We'll go F3, Queen E3. Queen C6. B5. Queen takes, queen takes. And we're going to call this clear advantage. And I'll say, this looks like best play. Okay. So FG3, FG3, Queen C4, Queen E7. Check the miserable king. My sense of this position is that white is strategically winning. easily stop my king running into the queen side. Okay. All right, king g2. Oh, and then also we want to note that queen b6, queen e2, king g1, queen e1, king g2 here. No, not there. Queen e4, get rid of that. It's queen e4, exclam. King f2, queen c2. Looks equal. Yeah. Okay, so king g2. b5, king f2, queen a2, queen e2. King e1 is interesting, but then queen d5, exclam. King e2. Also looks winning. So queen e2, queen d5, queen e7, king g6, king e3. Definitely looks winning. Now queen d1, and I made a mistake here. Queen e8. We'll give it a little funky move mark. And I got 10 minutes left. Okay. Queen e4. Let's say king h6, queen d3 is much simpler. Plus minus, queen e8. King g7, question mark. And we'll say king h6 was far more tenacious. Okay, so let's get into king h6 for a second. If queen b5, check to the miserable king, and it's not clear as h4 falls. So on king h6, I need to go queen e1, double exclam, check, plus minus, f5, c4. Woof! Hot. Is it true, Cry? You sure about this? Wait, you blew it. Let's not do it. I think it's winning, but don't play c4 like a maniac. No, you played c4, and then that was not true, buddy. Wait. B takes c4, b5, c3. No. King d3, f4, and I just take it, bruv. Promote. Come on. Delete from here. You screwed this up, of course, but I can fix that. Queen e8, king h6. He played king g7, of course. Okay, so here's our little pawn end game. B5. C, right, okay, good. King C3, obviously, plus minus. Thank you, Mr. Jason Stone King. We got to do our Zoom call, buddy. We got to do our Zoom call. Yeah. All right, so this was a mistake. It would have been very hard to find Queen E4. Very difficult if he had played King H6. So I think this makes life easier. For sure. Queen B5. Queen E4, King D4. Now, I want to see if I can find... I don't have the rest of the score sheet here, but a lot of time there is... the game exists out there somewhere. Nope. Cry, rice. Let's just say game. Nope. There's some crazy eights game. What? Okay. What we're going to say here is I don't have the score from here. Was a separate sheet, but from here it was not so difficult. Okay, we're going to do a couple other things before we wrap this up. Namely, we're going to look at some engine stuff. Here's the time graph. Black, he wasn't thinking, dude, he was playing pretty quickly throughout the rest of this thing. Both of us got the bunny here. You can see the bunny. Yeah. I feel totally fine about my bunny. As that was a known position for me from the early get-go. Okay, so next thing. We're going to ask a couple questions to the AI beast here. Okay, we'll just roll through it. It'll turn on this thing. Let's see what it says. All right, so as long as it's going to be in the top moves here, like rook b1, I would never even consider. All right, knight b3. And like I said, this was a novelty. Queen d6, queen e2, likes my move. Knight d7, definitely weird. Rook fe1, good. Knight c5, snip, snap. Rook ad1, likes my move. Bishop b1, it's down. Rook ad8, h4. Or queen d3 first, g6, h4, h5. Now the big question, look at that. Oh, it's leading up. It's saying my move was best. Even if it says it, I'm still not okay with b4. Now it is saying that I'm like crushing him before, and it doesn't. It wants h4 here. Okay, timeout. Let's just go h4. Let's assume h5, because that's what would be my assumption. Now he's saying knight e5. Knight takes. Pawn takes. g6. Rook d4. I guess I'm intending g4 here. Okay, so we're going to write. How long was it in the end? Maybe 70 moves or something like that. Okay, so we're going to say SF says black must eventually play f5 and be worse. Okay, So that was interesting. H4, H5. Now, I don't really know if I understand Queen D2. I think, yeah. Okay, so, by the way, it doesn't matter what the machine says with B4. Look at that. Look at this. Top engine move, LOL. I still don't like it. Okay, so top engine move, unbelievable. And now I got to talk about this 95. Let's see. So, it still likes my position. I'd much rather have this thing. Yeah, this is so much simpler. So much more painful for black. Okay. So P4, he says Queen B6 is what he likes. Okay. A4, top engine move. Wow, okay. Again, top engine. I was very unsure of myself here. 97, it's in there. Now let's look at Rook C8, because that was the one that I was most concerned with. And F5, dude, what? Well, I guess that makes sense. Oh. Okay, F5. EF. Queen takes. Rook FD8. Knight G5. Darn it, I didn't do that. It's debating these two moves, basically. Huh. Okay. Then also, though, since that F5, I don't like it because it's freeing the bishop on D7. That's why I don't like it. There's also, though, it's saying, let's put this as also a B5, 97, 95. Darn it, I didn't do that. Okay, go back, buddy. So I reached this position, 95, Rook FD8, and now what? I said. Ooh, engine says G4 is what? Maybe that's what, buddy. Maybe that's what. Oh, H4, Queen G3. F5 would scare me, but it's H5. Dang. Wow, that was a nice variation. SF says toast. Dang. That's just a brutalization, dude. That's a brutalization. Dang. Oh, that's hell, dude. That's hell. That's amazing. Okay, so 97 played. A5, top engine move. I played 3 top engine moves. Top engine move. Queen C7. And now I really liked Queen D4. It's basic. Yeah, it's a top engine move. Look at that, dude. Top engine move. What have I got? Like 4 in a row or something? Now dude played F6, which was very suspicious. And I didn't like queen a7. There's my queen e3. Queen a7, queen c3, bishop d3. What? All right. And I don't know. Plus 1.77 feels like plus minus. Jeez Louise, I don't understand this. Look at this variation, dude. What? Queen d4, bishop d1, knight e6? What? What are you saying, bro? No, I don't want any part of that. Ah, look at that, buddy. No, I don't want any part of that. I'm just going to say, I want no part in this. All right, so. Wow. All right, here we go. Queen e3, knight f5, bishop takes. All right, I thought it was unplayable. He does it. Stockfish basically agrees. Okay. And now, it doesn't really like my rook c1 too much. I thought it was genius level. Queen a7. It's just obsessed with queen a7. Knight d4. Oh, that's kind of clever. I don't understand this at all. D8. All right, let's do this. So knight e2. Our intention, I guess, is queen f3. No, I don't know if I like. And also to hold the f4 point. Okay. That's pretty highfalutin, honestly. Okay, I'm fine with rook c1. All right. b6, knight d4. Says I'm winning. Oh, we're getting that force variation. Fe, knight f3. I did not consider that because of bishop c6, dude. Hold on. Oh, that's pretty clever, actually. Knight f3. Why wouldn't a human consider it? Bishop c6, queen c4, and I'm going to say missed this. That's pure power then, dude, if I got that. Huh. So knight b5 is a nice move, but fe5, knight f3 maybe makes my life a little easier. But look at that. They're both crushing. All right, boom, boom, boom. Rook e7. Okay, so now we come to it. There's my move, king h2. This is my post analysis. It even likes queen e2, which I played. See, look at that. It's saying queen e2, rook, and it's not giving rook fe8. Holy manolies. Okay, hold on. So, oh, look at this. Rook d3. Oh, wow, that's a man's move right there, buddy. Oh, that's a double exclam. Missed this idea. Okay. So, all right, queen e2. There's something wrong with rook fe8. Oh, look at this. Oh my God, I missed something. Okay, so here we go. Rook fe8. And so what's wrong with queen h5? Queen h5. ef. Rook e7. Queen e7. g4. Queen g4. I did look at this in my post game. King f8. All right, so what I want to say is I saw this position in the game and in the post and felt it was unclear. SF says +3, dude. Not 0.3, but 3. Huh. Whew. King h2, queen f3. Okay. So, let's go continue. fe5, rook e5, queen d2. Now, rook d8, queen c2, f4. Oh, it's going to allow gf4, queen f4. All right, let's look. Rook e7 or rook e3 even. Is that what you really want? Huh. Okay, looked at these positions, felt black very close to holding. SF says 0.95. All right, so rook e1, rook e1, snip, snap, f4. Huh. Look at this, dude. Oh, I missed this. This is amazing. Queen e8 check. He can't go to h6. And I just play queen h5 next. Okay, hold on. So let's continue this. Queen h5, queen c3. Wow. Now, would I trust that this was like crushing? I don't know. Huh. Wow, okay. SF says crushing. I guess. I guess. Okay, but I definitely want to say that I missed. Let's go boom, boom, boom. King. Okay, King G8. Yeah, I'll just go Queen E8, A5. Okay, I think I want to say missed the power of this check. In general, I didn't want to play GF4. Okay, so here we go. King H2. Snip. Snap. Oh, let's look at the F3 thing. It just says I'm totally winning. Okay, queen e3, queen c6, queen d3, queen d4. It's just, I don't even know. I don't know. It just moves around all day. Queen d3, b5, king g1, queen a8. Oh my god, I don't know, man. SF says +4, but just kind of moves around. All right, so here we go. Check. Queen e2, correct. Check. King e3, correct. And okay. So interestingly, when on queen e8, let's go look at king h6. Queen e4. Stockfish agrees. Amazing. Okay. Whew, SF agrees. King g7, shouldn't this be easy? Yeah, now it's done. Okay, so we'll say SF agrees. Okay, very beautiful. We're gonna save and publish this game. We're gonna go save. Right, my game, save and publish. Beautiful. And now, my friends, we need to go log our training. We'll go to the beautiful dojo website. Give me the training plan, man. Oh no. It is broken. Training plan broken. Okay, so annotate a classical game. Update progress. So first of all, I gotta log my hours from yesterday, and that was 13, and I did about 2 hours yesterday, and I'll say update, and then I hit it again. I say update progress, and we're gonna add a game now because I finished this one. Okay, now today, about 2.5. 2:30. Okay, we'll say update. Great, and now I have some opening questions I want to answer before I get off here. So let's go back to the beautiful games analysis board, starting position. I'm going to flip it. And I want to look at this thing here. Okay, so knight c6, b4. I had this in a blitz game last night at a tournament. And I thought this was scary for me. But look at this move. d4, e5, Holmes. e5, Holmes. So let's look. Bang. Check. g3. Queen e4, plus minus. Dang, that's a nice move, dude. e5. I was thinking, if just in a blitz game, I probably would have played knight. I don't know what I would have done. Or e6. I don't know. e5 is a hell of a drug. That's a great move. Okay, so that's the first question I wanted answered. And now I want to flip the score here. And let's say d4, d5. Right, and what I want to know is bishop f4, knight f6, e3, bishop f5. Some people I was seeing played c4 here. Now, e6, knight f3 is just going to transpose, but my question is, on e6, why can't I go either knight c3 or queen b3? First, show me what's wrong with queen b3. Knight c6, unbelievable. Okay. So, I guess I'll take you at your word. And if I play knight c3, he does this to me, apparently. Okay, it's still an interesting position. I had a dumb idea. This is probably not going to be helpful. I'm going to ask Gemini, dude. I've never asked Gemini a true chess question. After d4, d5, what's the better London move order? 2 bishop f4 or 2 knight f3? This might be amazing. This might be dumb. I don't know. I've never asked it a question like this. The preferred and generally better move order is bishop f4. Bishop f4 is often chosen to be more precise and to create immediate problems for black. The key difference lies in how white handles black's immediate central challenge with c5 and the common counter queen b6. Wow. So, let's get into it. So, all right, bishop f4, if c5, e3, first of all, queen b6. Then we're going to play knight c3 like a monkey. Okay, I understand that. And if I play knight f6, aren't I just going to transpose with knight f3? I don't understand. Then it's just the same thing. Okay. The 2 bishop f4 move order is generally considered more accurate because it avoids one of black's most reliable equalizing lines that arises after knight f3. But you're not telling me what it is, dude. Okay, so it's saying d4, d5, knight f3, c5. Oh, I see. So I don't have to play a London anymore. Okay, I think I understand what it's saying. But I don't have to play a London. That's the whole thing. If I was dogmatic here. But c4, dude, I'll play c4. I don't care. Okay, so interesting, funny. Dude, it's bishop f4 is a committed London move. Knight f3 is a flexible move. Wow. That's, dude, AI's on top of this explanation. Okay, my friends, that is it for me. I'm out of here. We're going to raid somebody. Who should we raid? No, I don't know. Let's rate friend of the dojo. Thank you, JMC. Let's run friend of the dojo. I am Rosen. So I think Coach is going to be back around 1:30. He's doing some coverage of U.S. chess. And I'll be back sometime. I want to do the chess.com puzzles. That's my new little stream I want to do. Bye, everybody.